And that's the angle. Joining me now is former gang member Jesse Holguin. He is the founder of Lexit. Jesse, are you called now a white nationalist Latino, or is it light anti-black racism, modified racism? What is it?
They called me that, all of that, brown supremacist. They even called me a Christian nationalist. It's just totally hilarious how you were saying in your monologue that it's Democrats being Democrats, getting caught as usual being racist, and yet they're trying to make it blaming on all Latinos. It's just a total joke. Like, because there's been a lot of attacks against Latino vendors and stuff over here by blacks and all that. Never once did I blame all blacks or think all blacks are racist against Latinos because of actions of a few people. It's just totally ridiculous, and it seems like the media is trying to blow this way out of proportion.
Well, former Congressman Carlos Curbelo, Jesse, is still repeating debunked talking points about Latino voters. Watch this.
If they really want to win the Latino vote, going the Trump lane just isn't going to work. They're kind of maxed out there. And if they actually want to win the Latino vote, they do have to take this step. They do have to embrace broad, fair immigration reform. And they're actually going to have to start delivering on policies that are important to a lot of Latino families.
Jesse, so I guess mass immigration amnesty, that's his recommendation for the Republican Party that's already growing in its Latino support?
Yeah, and then you notice how he threw Trump in there because that's what they used for all those years. They were trying to paint Trump, he hates all Latinos and he's racist, he wants to deport them all. So it's just, once again, how they just try to use the same rhetoric always to manipulate minorities. And I feel that's why they're doing all of this, because they see the momentum going for they're going to the Republican, the conservatives. So now, like you said, now they're attacking Latinos. Now they're coming out with this because they see that we're waking up and we're leaving the Democrat Party. And you notice that because she talked about other races too, even about Latinos, other Latinos also. And you notice how they're not saying nothing about none of the other races, but yet they're focusing on the blacks because it looks like they're trying to manipulate the black vote.
Now, an LA Times columnist, and does anyone even read the LA Times? I guess we do. They blasted Latinos as a whole, writing that casual racism and classism among Latinos is something our community has never really confronted. It's a pathology exacerbated in the United States as we move into new neighborhoods and fight for political power with communities that have held it longer than us and aren't quite ready to give it up. Jesse, your response to that?
It just shows that there's racism in all races, and racism should always be condemned, and that's good that she resigned and like that. But I think more Democrats should resign too for their racist comments, even Biden, for his wife calling us tacos and saying that minorities weren't smart enough to use the internet. So I feel that they should all also resign for that, for being their racist comments.
Jesse, do you think this is going to work? I mean, the attacks on Latinos, you got to basically re-educate the way you think. Is that going to pull more Latino voters into the Democrat Party? That seems like what their strategy is.
Yeah, and then there was even a main Latino leader that was at the town hall when they yesterday, and he walked off when they were saying it because they had BLM and a bunch of racists out there, and they were saying brown nationalists and all that. So he just walked off, and it's like ridiculous what they're trying to put already. What they're doing.
Jesse, great to see you.